Alright, so I mounted up a line lock here, put some nut certs in. It's 5mm, that lines up, mounts perfectly. Started bending some lines, the line coming out of the line lock back to the fronts. This one was left over and I just kind of repurposed it. I'd really like to go on the other side of the knob or back around here and loop through so that this isn't hanging out in the way. So if I recall, I believe the stock loop-de-loop deal was in the way of getting the headers out, and we always kind of had to bend it a little bit out of the way, and I don't want to have to do that, so probably going to reroute that. I think I am going to, I need to reflare this because obviously that didn't flare right. Looks like a single flare. I don't know if I forgot the initial anvil portion or what. Now I need to take this 10mm off because I can't find a 10mm by 1 that goes into a 3/8 24 thread, especially going bubble to inverted. So I'm going to cut off the bubble, take this fitting off, probably pull some of this off. Hopefully I can get this pushed down and I don't have to fold it over like this guy, but get this going again and see if I can't get that pushed under there and mounted up. But still need to get the line lock going, and if all else fails I may just replace both these lines. Really don't want to because I just want to drive this car, but we'll see. Yeah, I'm not very good at getting action shots. I keep forgetting to film when I'm actually doing stuff. But here is the stock front brake lines. This one I went ahead and cut the end off and reflared. This one is still the ISO bubble flare, 10mm. I did buy an adapter and I'm half tempted to try to do that just because these are a pain in the butt. But that one went in decently easy after I took a short curse break to let off some steam and came back and it screwed right in. So I think I might try to cut this, reflare it, go with the metric line to 3/8, just do 3/8 on everything. Alright, so I got the line lock out. I got a couple of options here. So these are 1/8 inch amputee female fittings. I've got the one for the master, and then there's actually 3 outputs, one on each side and the one in the middle. I'm looking at possibly going with a 3AN fitting, but if I go with a 3AN on the 90, I'm definitely not going to be able to put both of them here, or really anything, because if I try to put this 90 over here, I mean it hangs over the other hole, so I'm not going to be able to spin that around. So maybe instead of the 3AN fittings, I will just use these 90s with the 3/8 24 thread inverted flare for brake lines. Pop one of those guys. Originally I had them boom boom in these 2 spots, but I'm wondering now if I should just do the master cylinder here and then just one on the side. Just kind of mix it up, move them up a little bit instead of being all crowded, but we'll see. I did decide to go with the amputee fittings to the brake line, 3/8 24 inverted flare. So now that I got those in, I need to block off these other 2 holes. Want to tool store, Lowe's. Picked up 1/8" MPT. Mother. This might not actually be. Is this not MPT? For real right now. I'm just gonna cut off a little bit of this. I really don't want this tape sticking down in my brake fluid. Just want to make sure it's away from that end. Everything's at least one full thread back. Preferably two. Let's do that. There. Looks good. Alright, so the tripod's not quite tall enough. But that's pretty simple. I'm just putting these plugs in here. Focus. Focus, focus. There we go. I'm really thinking about changing this to project change of plans. Change of plans once again. So when I really torqued this guy on there, I was like, man, that's probably too tight. I'm never going to be able to get that off. Let me go ahead and try to get it off. Well, I tried. And in the process, I cannot use that fitting anymore. I got it off and I put it back on, thinking I'd use it again. And then I looked down and there's no way. This one still looks okay. So, what I can do, I have to pull these plugs out, move this to the side, pop this guy out, and put this AN fitting here. And the wife just walked into the door 2 minutes ago and said that this little guy is now here. So I got a little it's AN-3 90 degree, and it's only a foot long, 12 inches, so we'll give that a shot from the master cylinder. Alright, well, I got into stopping point with the brakes. I need another 1/8" 2-3 straight fitting. So I'm gonna get one of those tomorrow, but ignore all this extra wiring. I'm in the process. Yeah, maybe that's a good project name. In the process. Alright. I don't know, I kinda like change of plans. So one thing I wanted to point out for anybody that's got a Holley 4150 style sniper or super sniper or whatever, and this is the super sniper, but I'm assuming the regular is the same. This is a cable for your can. The can harness off of this thing is way too short. I mean, it doesn't even make it to my firewall. I put a little hole there. I don't know if they expect you to just put it straight back through the firewall or splice it into something, but that's entirely too short. So I paid like $40 for a 4-foot extension. I am going to make that hole bigger because this extension, that's not it. This extension here, throwing it around, that plug is giant, so it won't fit through this 9/16 hole that I drilled with my drill bit. So now I'm going to try to take a hole saw to it. Hopefully I can get it straight enough on there without it jumping around, since I don't have the small bit to put in the center. We'll see if we can make this a little bit bigger. Get this guy through, then I need to get this fuel pump cable that I'm conveniently routing out of the hood and outside of the car and back through the passenger window. Get this into the car, and then I can look at splicing it into the stock fuel harness in the back. Alright, so I got the seals at grommet, and I think this will be the firewall side. I really want the hole to be as close to this outer diameter as possible, because it does have this little lip on it to protect the wire coming through. So if I can get it to where it's sliding through the firewall and making connection here, then that protects the whole inside of that cut, or protects the hole inside the hole. Anyways, as close as I can get with this set of hole saws would be this one. Let's see if I can get it. That's pretty much it. I can still see down all four of the holes. We're gonna try it. That's what is this? Don't know. It's 1.5. Alright, let's try it. Alright. So we should have something like that. Let's hope I can keep this centered. Let's see if I can fit this giant drill in here. Ooh, that's gonna be real hard. Damn. Shit. No way I'm keeping this centered up. Damn it. I wonder if this would be better to use the 1-inch drill bit. Man, this sucks. It's just way too much ability to move around. Don't think I can quite get straight on either. Damn it. Oh, alright. Well, I got to thinking about it, which is always pretty dangerous, but I'm probably going to regret this. That's a good project name too. Probably going to regret this, but I think looking at these seals, before I start drilling, I'm going to pretend like I know what I'm doing. Probably cover up this breather hole. And probably ought to cover up the throttle body. There. Now, what was I doing? Pretend I knew what I was doing. Alright. That's gonna cover, so not too worried about it. And even if I let the bit ride on the far edge, still keeps me centered enough. I think I might YOLO cut it. Pray for me. Here we go. Oh, shit. This is gonna be such an odd one. Love my professional environment. Here we go. my god. This is a bad idea. Don't ever do this. No, this is a terrible idea. Don't do this. How to make a 1.5 inch hole, 2.5 inch oblong elliptical. Oh shit. The biggest drill bit I have is a 1 inch. 1 inch just barely clears this inner ring. Probably get it in the Dremel out. I'm gonna do that before I get to the point where I can't cover this up and it just looks terrible. I don't even think a squirt of hillbilly chrome on that won't even make that look better. Alright, so I got out this bad boy. I'm wondering if I need to step this at all, because that is going from a 9/16 hole to a 1 inch hole. It's like almost doubling its size. That might be a little bit too much. Start lighting. See what's going on. Change scale. Gotta open up this 1/2 inch chuck all the way, huh? There we go. Pray for me. This is easy cut. There we go. Okay. This is horrible. Well, I think we can hide part of that. Sounds like I pissed off the whole neighborhood, though. That was pretty loud. It is like 1 o'clock in the morning. Hey, I think we can hide that. Just gotta be real careful of how I trim it. Yeah, that's gonna kill somebody. Alright, let's get the Dremel, clean that up a little bit. Alright. Oh, it's so much better. Yeah, that's good. Shoot, I'll just run wires through it like that. Maybe not. Stay up there. I ain't even using you. You're not part of the car anymore. You've been replaced. O'Reilly Wallow performance part. All right. So now this episode's probably going to end too, because I need to borrow a rivet gun. But that's not too bad. Of course, I had to do that with the Dremel, since that would have otherwise been great. Maybe I can smear that away. Yeah, it'll be okay. I mean, I'm probably gonna be reduced to second place at car shows now, but hey, it's still almost first. Well, that does it for today. Probably just going to splice all these videos together and not worry about editing, since that's not something I do. But also, don't have any subscribers, so I don't think anybody's really going to be watching this. Just gives me somebody to talk to. So, hey, if you're watching this, do me a favor, give me a like and a subscribe. And send me something in the comments. I want to hear what's going on and see if anybody's got some better suggestions on some of this stuff. So, I want to hear from you. Yep. Until next time. Later.